as soon as you come down from that high, as soon as you come down from that drunk, you're right back to reality, and you did not solve anything. Oh, my nails look cute, y'all. I did them myself. What's up, Lucci Gang? It's your girl Lucci V, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Yes, it is 2022, and I'm staying very consistent still, just like I did in 2021, but I'm even more up on it this go around. Now, as you can see about the title, this video here will be a little more like on the serious tip than my other videos are, but I mean, you guys know me, I'm silly, so it's probably gonna still be some funny moments going on in this. But this video is going to be about mental health and tips on dealing with and living with depression and anxiety. I get asked all the time, like, how do I deal with it, like being in the public eye or whatever. And if you would like to see my tips and tricks on mental health, then stay tuned to this video right here. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And now let's get it. Okay, now before I get into my mental health tips, you guys already know I gotta put you on game. I'm back with some more scents from Dossier, you guys. I am so in love with them, you guys. Like, I really have replaced pretty much all of my perfumes with Dossier perfumes. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. These are two new scents. This one is Floral Marshmallow, and I also have Floral Honeysuckle. Now, you guys, the thing that I love about these fragrances from Dossier are that they are, look, the box almost hit me. They are a fraction of the price. Like, this one right here, Floral Marshmallow, it's inspired by Killian Love. Don't Be Shy. You guys, this is Rihanna's favorite perfume, so I was really excited to try it because you guys know everyone is always talking about how Rihanna smells so good. But this perfume was like $200-something. I wasn't finna pay that just to try it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you at all. Like, I don't play them games. So, Dossier has a scent, Floral Marshmallow, that smells exactly like it, you guys. And I read all the reviews before I ordered this one. And the people that actually have the real one, they all say, like, it smells exactly like it. So, I was like, oh, okay, I'm really excited. But, this scent right here is like, I don't know, you guys, it gives me like nostalgia vibes. Like, do you guys remember when people were wearing like the like Britney Spears and Paris Hilton kind of perfumes? Like, it has like a soft and sweet and like, I want to use the word prissy, almost like girly, really soft, prissy kind of, and sweet. It has a sweet scent to it too. So if you like the sweet kind of smells, this would be perfect for you. And do not forget, Dossier offers free returns and exchanges forever. There's no like, oh, within 10 days, within 5 days, anything like that. And also, they have a welcome offer. When you order your first purchase, it's 20% off. And then I have a code Lucci10, which can be combined with that. So that's 30% off. Like, what? Can't beat that with a bag. Can't beat that with a bag. And also, don't forget, they also have candles too, y'all, that I still like. I just had the candle burning in my crib right now, and it smells so good. Now, you guys, let's get to my favorite one out of this pair. Floral Honeysuckle. It is inspired by Gucci Bloom. You guys, I like Gucci Bloom, but I'm not gonna lie, this one smells a little bit better than the real Gucci Bloom. Like, I'm not gonna hold you guys. And it lasts longer too. Like, I will literally spray this on when I'm leaving out at like 12 in the afternoon. And then like at 7 p.m. people still be like, oh, what are you wearing? What do you have on? Yes, for a fraction of the price. These scents be like from $29 to $59 as opposed to $100, $200, $300 for these scents. Like, stop playing. What? Y'all already know. Shop Dossier, you guys. Use my code Lucci10 for the additional 10% off. If you're a first-time purchaser, it'll be 20% off for that, and then plus my 10, so that's a full 30% off. If you're not a first-time purchaser, use my code Lucci10. Still get that 10% off. Y'all know I love a bargain. Even if it was 1% off, I would still use the code. Like, yeah, let me get my 1% off on you. You know what I'm saying? But yes, you guys, I love Dossier. If you guys want to try the scents that I love the most, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really a girl that wears like the super sweet scents. I do love this one though, the Floriental Marshmallow, the one that's Rihanna's favorite scent. I do like it, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not like I don't know, it's like that kind of give me like summertime vibes. So probably in the summertime I want to wear that. As far as right now during the cold weather, you guys, this floral honeysuckle that smells like Gucci Bloom, you guys, this the one I've been putting on every single day. Like, love it. So you guys, don't forget to shop Dossier. I will have the link in the description to the Dossier website, and then I also have my code Lucci10. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, you guys, this is my first time ever wearing like one of these off the shoulder sweater dress numbers. So if you see me steady like that's why, like, I don't know, it feel like it's sliding and gliding and I don't know, it's being weird or something. But you guys, let's go ahead and hop into my mental health tips. First off, I just want to start by saying a lot of times people assume that I don't know if I want to use the word famous because I don't consider myself famous. Some people do. I would just say popular people, pretty people, whatever, influencers, blah blah blah. People assume that we don't go through anything, like, you know what I'm saying, they assume that we never go through depression, anxiety, or self-doubt or insecurities and things like that. But it's way more common than you would think. And I am someone who suffers from depression and anxiety, and I have for years. And over the years I have learned how to deal with it better and get better at handling it. And so I just want to give you guys my tips and tricks, because I noticed that when I do some of my videos, like my life updates or Q&As and stuff like that, and I kind of touch bases like, oh, you guys, I know I took a break from recording, but I was in a depression. And people kind of just be like, oh my gosh, like, you should talk about this more often, because we never thought like someone who's silly and funny like you goes through depression or anxiety. And I definitely do. And you will really be surprised that most of the time it's the funniest and most outgoing people that go through it. For me, I feel like when I was younger and coming up, I really didn't feel like I had a lot of people in my life that made me feel good about myself and made me feel joyful. So I think that is why I really like to be funny and silly and make people laugh and make people feel good. I don't know if I'm like overcompensating for what I didn't have, so I try to do it for people. But I don't know, I like making people happy, seeing people smile, and making people's days better. So I have 10 tips on my phone that I have jotted down in the notepad so I can remember what I was talking about. The first tip I put down is acknowledgement and acceptance. And the reason why I say that is because when I first used to be going through my depression phases, and I would just out of nowhere just go into this mode, and I didn't really understand why or know why, and people would always be like, what's wrong? And I really wouldn't have an answer. And I think that the word depression and anxiety, the words depression and anxiety kind of scare people and make them feel like, oh, I'm crazy, or oh, something's wrong with me. So I really didn't want to say like, oh, I'm depressed, or, you know, I'm having an anxiety attack right now, you know? So I used to just be in this mode, and it really took for one of my close friends to tell me like, you know, it kind of hurts my feelings when you shut down like this, and I don't know if I did something to you or what's going on, and you won't tell me. And, you know, she had to really let me know like I was making her feel uncomfortable by doing it. So, you know, I had to like tell her like, I really don't know, like I really don't know what's wrong. But I had to realize I was depressed, and it's okay to be depressed. I feel like when people hear depression, they think like, oh, I need some medicine, I need therapy. And some people may need therapy, but it's like, it doesn't necessarily mean like something is wrong with you. Like, it's way more common than people think. People just don't talk about it. They don't live in their truth at times. So that is the first step. Accept it, acknowledge it, and say, okay, I know I'm depressed. I know I have anxiety. Like, now what am I going to do about it? Like, and that's sometimes the hardest part, because you don't want to be like, oh, I'm crazy. But it's like, when I say I'm crazy, I be saying I'm crazy like because I'm silly and funny and my personality. I don't say I'm crazy because I suffer from depression and anxiety. Tip number two is be okay with not being okay. And what I mean by that is, like, I used to feel like I was defeated and losing at something, or, you know, like, for being depressed. I used to kind of beat myself up about it, like, get over this, like, what's wrong with you? And it's like, you have to be okay with not being okay. Like, just accept it. Like, sometimes you're not going to be able to get out the bed. Sometimes you're going to be sleepy. Sometimes you're going to be suffering. And it's like, you have to be okay with it. You know, you can't beat yourself up about it and be like, oh, you're stupid for being depressed right now. Get your stupid stuff up. You know, I used to really feel like that. I used to be really, really beating myself up about it. Like, I'm losing at this depression game. Depression is winning. I'm losing. It's like, it's okay. It's going to win some days. Because I'm not going to make this video and lie to y'all and just be like, okay, I'm cured and every day I feel good, because I don't. I still suffer from it occasionally. I just went through it the other day. I ain't going to lie to y'all. So, be okay with not being okay. Tip number 3, take time to yourself and do not feel bad about it. I know that sometimes when I get into my depression modes, I don't want to communicate with people. I don't want to text. I don't want to be on the phone. I don't want to hang out. And I used to feel bad about it because, you know, when you're upset, like, a lot of times your loved ones, your friends, they want to do stuff to help you. They want to try to cheer you up. They want to try to make you feel better. But sometimes you're just not in the mood for that, or that's not what is best for you, and they may not understand that. So take some time to yourself if you have to, and don't feel bad about it. Even if you're in a relationship, anything like that, if it's with your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your best friend, whoever, if you need some space and time from them, take it and be okay with that. Like, I used to really be feeling bad, like, dang, they're going to think I'm mad at them. They're not going to understand. And they may not understand completely, but you come first. Your mental health comes first. You come first. Put yourself first. Take time to yourself and don't feel bad about it. Tip number 4 would be, do not depend on anyone else for your happiness. I'm sorry, somebody is texting me. Do not depend on someone for your happiness. And when I was younger, I used to really want to be in a relationship, and I used to really just feel like that would solidify me being happy. Like, if I have someone that I'm in love with, and that's going to complete me, and that's going to make me less depressed, and that's going to be easier to deal with everything, because I'm going to have someone. I ain't going to lie to y'all. Every relationship I've been in done made my anxiety and all that even worse. Okay, them extra emotions and all that on top of me already know, it made it worse. It made it worse. We're not gonna lie. So the thing that I do now, like, I haven't been dating in a long time. I don't really hang out that much. I don't really leave out the house, like, unless I have to, unless I have a booking or something like that. Of course, I'll leave out the house, but for the most part, I stay to myself now. And finding my own happiness within myself has been the best thing that I could have done. Like, I'm so happy alone all the time. Like, I really have fun with myself, and you learn different things about yourself. And one thing that I will tell you is, you're never going to have a stable relationship. You're never going to be able to be happy with someone until you are 100% happy with yourself. You cannot make someone else happy until you are happy. And you have to find out the things that make you happy. And if it is being a little bit selfish, that's okay. Because you focus on yourself and making yourself better. And you can't, like, when you're going through these phases of depression and anxiety and you're trying to better yourself, you cannot think of how other people are going to feel or what other people's reaction is going to be, because it's all about you. And I feel like it's okay to be selfish at that point, because no one else is going to heal you but yourself. You know, of course, unless you go see a therapist or whatever, but it still starts with you. So, what tip was that? That was tip number 4. Okay. Tip number 5, find your triggers. Now, this may be hard because sometimes even I don't know my triggers. Sometimes, like, I know a few of my triggers, but there still will be some days where I will just feel like depressed or anxious, and I won't really know or understand why. But I did notice that sometimes when I would get too drunk, I would do things, and then the next day I would regret it, and that would kind of contribute to me being a little too anxious or depressed. And there are a few other triggers, like sometimes like something comes out the blue and it's just like maybe a booking will get canceled or something and I'll lose money. And like, I don't know if you guys know, but cancers, no matter how much money we have, we just feel like it's not enough, and we kind of just overthink when it comes to money. Like, even if all our bills are paid up and we got money in the bank and everything, like, money is like always on our mind. Like, we just want to always make sure we're financially stable. So sometimes financial things can be a trigger for me as well. Like, I will start overthinking, like, oh my gosh, this booking got canceled. Okay, I know my bills is already paid, but what if this happened? What if that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll just like start freaking me out. So that's one of my triggers. So you have to realize what your triggers are. There are different things that make me anxious and nervous that I have learned too. So you have to try to avoid those things, or if you notice that it's a trigger, you have to start learning how to talk yourself down off of those moments, like, which is what I learned to do. Like, for booking or something get canceled, now I just kind of be like, okay, well, guess what? I'm gonna have to figure it out, and something else is gonna come. And because it always, something else always comes. Like, I always have a promo to do, a booking to do, something. Like, I literally always have something. So I don't know why it even like freaks me out like that, but it just does. Now, these are some things that I do. Well, actually, before I get to the things that I do, I want to say, do not turn to substances to mask your depression and anxiety. Like, I went on a drinking binge last year that was absolutely terrible. Like, I'm talking about, I was waking up at 10 a.m. drinking and just being drunk all day because I didn't want to think about some of the things that were going on in my life at the time. I was smoking a lot every day, just smoking. Don't turn to substances, because as soon as you come down from that high, as soon as you come down from that drunk, you're right back to reality and you did not solve anything. Oh, my nails look cute, y'all. I did them myself. But you're back to reality and you did not solve anything. Do not turn to substances, because you never know. Like, it got really bad for me with the drinking, y'all. Like, I didn't care about being hungover and throwing up and being sick the next day. I would just be crying and crying and crying, and then soon as I was able to function, like, at the end of that night, I was ready to drink again. Like, and I know I was drinking myself, like, I don't want to say to death, but I really could have. Like, it was getting that bad. So do not turn to substances. Do not turn to substances. That's my best advice to you. I know it's the easy way out, but you have to realize, like, as soon as that's over, as soon as that wear off, it's, hello, we right back to this. So stop it. But one of my tips that I picked up when I stopped drinking to mask the pain was burning a candle. Now, when it comes to meditation, it's really hard for me to stop my brain from moving. Like, that's probably one of the reasons why it's really hard for me to sleep at night. I don't like my camera position. That's probably one of the reasons why it's really hard for me to sleep at night, because it's really hard for me to stop my mind from just going and going and going. So meditation is not easy for me at all. So a tip that I learned from one of my friends is to light a candle and stare into the flame. Now, what I will do is put on some soothing music. There's a relaxing meditation playlist on Apple Music that I like to put on. It's just like, you know, rain sounds or water sounds, or just very soothing sounds. And then I will light the candle and stare into the flame. Now, I stare into the flame so long that I forget I'm staring into the flame and my mind goes blank, like I'm meditating. And honestly, y'all, by the time I'm done staring into that flame for like 15 minutes, I forget what I was even like depressed or anxious about. Like, and I just feel calm. Like, it's almost like a release, like euphoric. Yes, I watched Euphoria before you guys asked. But it's like, it literally feels so good. Like, it's, because sometimes all it takes is for you to stop thinking about it. And it's like, don't think about it, but your mind is like gonna keep thinking about it, because you're like, let me stop thinking about it, let me stop thinking about it. But you really thinking about it because you're trying to stop thinking about it. Staring into that candle, y'all, changed my life tremendously. Like, that is my go-to thing to do when I get too worked up. Put on that playlist, light that candle, stare into that flame, zone out, and baby, I be feeling good. Another thing I like to do is watch a comfort show. And I'm a comfort watcher anyways, you guys. I don't really like to watch new stuff like that. Like, I have to be in the mood to watch a new show. Like, I just watched Euphoria the other day. Like, and I know that's from like 2019. I have to literally be in a mood to check out a new show. There's like Oh, that's my weave. It was a little piece of my weave on my ring light. But I'm a comfort watcher anyways. People say that's like a thing with cancers. We like to watch stuff we already know we like. So I watch the same stuff over and over again, you guys. So I would say something that makes me feel better though during depression and anxiety. I watch something that I know is funny as heck to me, and I know it's gonna uplift my mood and cheer me up. Like, so I would say watch something that you know for sure brightens your mood. Because something that I used to do was kind of like, if I was sad, I would play sad music and watch a sad movie, and it's like, why are you trying to keep yourself in this mood, sister? Why are you trying to keep yourself in this mood, sister? Stop it. Put on something happy. I also like to put on gospel music. I don't know what you guys' religion are, you know, what you guys' religion is. Like, I don't want to try to force anything onto anyone, but putting on gospel music really uplifts my spirit too. Like, especially Kirk Franklin playlist on Apple Music, it's lit. So y'all should probably check that out if that's your thing, if you're a religious kind of person. Don't not eat. And I know that sounds like a weird statement, but sometimes when I would get too depressed, I would just not eat. I would have no appetite. I would just not eat. I started losing a lot of weight. I don't know if you guys remember, but like in like 2018, I was like really, really skinny. I was in a relationship. I was depressed. I was stressed. I lost a lot of weight just out of nowhere. I had never worn a size small in my life, and I was wearing a size small. Like, it was crazy. So don't not eat. Like, even if you don't have an appetite, make yourself a smoothie. Have something small, handful of granola, a banana, something like that, because you don't want to make yourself sick from depression when you already feel sick from it. Baby, eat something. Also, talk to someone you trust. Now, if you don't have someone you trust or don't have someone you feel comfortable talking to, you guys, email me. I will make a special email if you guys want me to, for y'all to email me and say, hey, I'm just really going through it right now, because I want everyone should feel like they have someone to talk to about it, you know? And if you don't have anyone and you don't want to like email me, or because I'm a stranger or whatever, write it down. Write out how you feeling. Type it into your notepad on your phone, write it down physically, but write out how you're feeling and why you're feeling that way, because sometimes it just feels good to let it out and express it, even if it doesn't make sense, because sometimes we'll be depressed and anxious about something that really is just really silly and out of our control, but we can't help that. That's just what be going on with us. So no matter how silly or simple it sounds, write it down, write it out, get that expression off your chest, and I promise you it will feel 1,000 times better. Like, seriously. And my last tip is going to be, remember, it does not last forever. Even when you're in the moment, it seems like, oh my gosh, this is terrible, this is terrible, blah, blah. It will not last forever. Nothing lasts forever. No emotion is forever. You won't be sad forever. You won't be happy forever. You won't be depressed forever. You won't be anxious forever. It's all temporary. And another thing I had to realize, it will last as long as you allow it to. As long as you allow yourself to stay in that mental state, you're going to stay in it. The quicker you do something to try to counteract it, like light that candle and meditate, put on some soothing music, or start writing it out, listen to that gospel music, say your prayer. As soon as you start feeling that way, the less time you will spend being depressed. But if you allow yourself to just, oh, I'm sad, I'm going to slink into this, woo-woo, you're going to stay like that for way longer. But remember, it is not forever. Okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed my 10 tips and tricks on dealing with depression, anxiety, mental health in general. If you guys would like me to do more videos like this, comment below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You guys, please go stream my album or any of my music. It's all on streaming platforms, every streaming platform. I even have a Pandora station, all of that. Just search Lucci V. And thank you guys for watching. Oh, and I do have a new Instagram, you guys. Please go follow my new Instagram. Lucci V Instagram is disabled right now, so right now I'm on It's Lucci V. Put it across the screen right there. So follow my new Instagram. Thank you guys. Lucci gang.